What's up, guys? I'm SaltEMike, and this is your Star Citizen Week in review for July 25th, 2022. We're still testing 100 plus player servers on the PTU. That's a lot of P's. But where is 318? It's the end of July. And crafting in Star Citizen? All that and more on today's Week in Review. And as always, if this is your first week in review, this is where I take all of the official Star Citizen news each week and put it into one video and share some of my opinions in there as well. I also live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/SaltEMike. So if you guys haven't stopped by and said hello yet, feel free to, starting at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time every day but Monday, so I can get this video out to you guys. Now, we do have a lot to get through, so let's start out with some patch notes. Like we stated earlier, and last week even, all of these patches are on the PTU, and we do not know when the wipe will be. We do not know when live will be. We have no idea when we're going to see 318 in the PTU, which are all kind of expected around now. Probably earlier than this. So let's start out with some of the notes. 3.1720 on the PTU was very minor, all just some mission logic fixes and just general crash fixes, which are obviously welcomed. For P, there was a number of important fixes like the street delivery missions actually populating for people with a crime stat. That was something that was brought up in SCL, as well as service beacon reputation actually persisting. Why this is important? Well, sometimes you may request a beacon for somebody and you could have given them a bad rating if they, let's say, came to your medical beacon and stole your stuff. Well, they can't come and get your beacons again if you set a certain rep. So that's kind of the idea behind that. And then elevators weren't working this patch. For me, I thought that this is probably when we were going to see the patch go live. And then boom, we had this really game-breaking must-fix issue. And then it was like kind of over from there. And here we are on a Monday, still talking about PTU patches and not about live. For 3.17.2Q, more polished passes on FPS AI, which we've been saying for weeks now, which are getting a little tougher, but still just not very tough. Elevators were back to working here, but no live patch. And medical beacons should be working properly now. Previously, if you went and saved someone, the mission didn't finish. You have to like bring them all the way back to a hospital, something like that. It's a little different now, and just heal people and it should be fine. For 3.17.2R, just more polish, and this is where we are for today. Just a few fixes for a patch, but nothing monumental. No clue when anything's going live, no real communication from the dev team. We're kind of just sitting here in limbo between a live patch that we know is going to wipe, so there's nothing to do there, and a PTU patch, which we've been playing for a month. So it's kind of getting old and boring, and people just don't know what to do right now, and they're all asking when the wipe is. Well, some interesting things have been happening. There's been 100 plus player cap tests on the PTU, and content creators have gone absolutely wild. Captain Burks did something crazy. We showed that last week. Torada went completely viral on Twitter with his atmospheric entry stuff. It was really, really cool. I originally thought that this may not have been a good idea, but I had great experiences of my own, chasing player bounties, things like that. And yesterday we did a podcast on what my experiences were, what some other players in the game's experience were as well. So if you guys want to hear more about that, feel free to check out the Answer the Call podcast here on this channel. Well, we barely had an update this week for Roadmap Roundup. It was very small. Basically, I think the plan was to have 3.17 live by now, and then usually when a new patch is ready for PTU, we hear about all the cool things that are coming to it. Well, that hasn't happened yet, so I imagine this is kind of short because of that, and it's just the Centurion, which we already know about. But the one interesting thing to point out is that they moved the props team to Squadron 42, and that is something that may not seem like a big deal to you guys, but what I see is something disappointing. And the reason I find it disappointing is I've been here hoping and praying for some sort of a mission to have some sort of a reward that isn't money at the end of it. And that's something that I think is all but gone now, seeing this team go to Squadron 42. Let me know if you guys think anything about this. Am I overreacting? Probably, but it's still something that sticks in my mind as a little disappointment. They also said that they added Q3 teams to the downstream teams to Q3 on the progress tracker. I went down Q3. I didn't see anything too exciting or anything to note there. Let me know if you guys saw anything down in the comments, and maybe we'll go over it next week. Similarly to roadmap updates, there were no video updates this week. There was no ISC, no SCL, because they were doing Battle of the Bricks, which you guys can catch on the Star Citizen Twitch channel. They haven't posted on YouTube or anything, and it was a charity live stream for Extra Life, which is for children's hospitals. And they basically were building Legos with the Eve dev team. The Eve team had to build the Banu Merchantman. The Star Citizen team had to build some Eve ship. I don't remember the name of it. And it was all for charity. There was a wheel. There was disgusting stuff. It was crazy. And yeah, they raised $20,000 for Extra Life, which is really, really awesome. And I'm also excited for what we're getting this week. So on This Week in Star Citizen, we see what ISC is going to be about. Obviously, the Centurion that Jared told us about last week. But the thing he was hiding from us and didn't want to tell us because it was such a big surprise was Rivers. So not just River anymore. I guess it's Rivers. I'll remain pessimistic about this one. Let me know what you guys think down below. River's exciting. It looks great. Okay, the River's really cool, but I was looking forward to more gameplay stuff. But as usual, I don't know what I was thinking there. And then lastly, for other updates, it was pretty short there as well. We had a lore post about a ghost ship from Saturn. It goes way back in time, I think. And then Bar Citizen. So if you guys are going to Gamescom August 25th and 26th, there's going to be Bar Citizen stuff. Actually, this bar, I think, was where I was at a Bar Citizen in Gamescom 2016. So yeah, it was really nice. It's a little place, so make sure you guys get there early if you're going to be at Gamescom, because it was a tiny spot, if I remember correctly, and we overtook it. So make sure you get there, or it's going to be uncomfortable, or you're not going to be able to meet the people that you wanted to meet there. So make sure you get there early. And then for the sneak peek, I saved this one for last because I think it was the best, at least a joke. The best joke out of everything is I see this and I immediately think crafting. What is on that panel? Are we going to be crafting on it? And then I remember, this is Cloud Imperium Games. These are NPCs probably. Talk me off the ledge here, guys. I'm super excited. I'm getting like really hyped, thinking that, yeah, look, it's clearly just alcohol crafting of some kind, but it could be crafting. I don't know. I'm getting really excited. Keep me from getting excited. Talk me down in the comments. But I just see this as some marketing picture. They placed 2 NPCs in the right spots to make it look really cool. Cool props. And it's probably just another version of, hey, look at the cool places we're going to be putting at Pyro stations, guys. But yeah, not for you. That's kind of what the feel I get from it. So bring me back to earth down in the comments. But that'll do it for this week. I hope you guys really did enjoy the video. I, as always, enjoyed making it. And yeah, leave a comment down below on anything we discussed today. Leave a like if you guys got something out of the video. That really does help more than you think. And make sure you hit subscribe for more weeks in review. And I'll catch you guys next week.